Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. There's an overhead look of the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center, host of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. And if you look at that shot, just imagine a few more centimeters of snow. We got some more overnight here in Prince Albert, adding to the winter wonderland that is northern Saskatchewan. My name is Al Cameron, joined this morning for this Draw 6 game by Deb Thierman, and it will feature Northern Ontario, Team Trevor Bonneau from Thunder Bay, against Team Newfoundland Labrador, skipped by Will Butler, playing out of Stephenville and St. John's, Newfoundland Labrador. It will be Newfoundland Labrador with the hammer. We'll run down the lineups very quickly. For Team Northern Ontario, the lead is Amanda Gates. The second, Mike McCarville. The vice skip, Jackie McCormick. And the skip, Jackie's brother, Trevor Bonneau. For Team Newfoundland Labrador, the lead, Brooke Godsland. The second, Nick Codner. The vice is Aaron Porter, and the skip, Will Butler. And the two youngest players in the field are Will Butler at 17, Nick Codner at 16, and those two bit the button with their pregame draws to get hammer for Newfoundland Labrador. So, Deb, a very, very good way to start this morning for Newfoundland Labrador. Should be an interesting game.
It will be an interesting game. These two teams look like they're coming out to play, and they seem to have caught onto the ice quite well with what we saw for their practice routines.
Newfoundland Labrador coming in with an 0-2 record. They lost 9-2 to Nova Scotia's Team Fleming and 5-2 to the Northwest Territories, skipped by Jamie Cooey, two very experienced teams. So, and Northern Ontario, meanwhile, at 2-1, they lost their opener to Nova Scotia on Sunday, 6-4, but they've bounced back with a pair of good wins over Manitoba Team Chambers, 8-4, and 7-5 over Team Ontario, skipped by Scott McDonald. And these are games that obviously we're getting closer to championship pool qualification considerations, and every win counts as Northern Ontario tries to finish in that top four. And also notable that every win and loss carries forward into the championship pool, so crucial to get wins whenever you can. And you got to think, based on the experience factor, that Northern Ontario may be favored in this game. Trevor and Jackie were members of the 2017 Canadian Mixed Champions, and they went on to win a silver medal at the World Championship, the 2017 World Mixed Championship. Meanwhile, this Newfoundland Labrador team, as mentioned, the two youngest players in the field, 17-year-old skip Will Butler, 16-year-old second Nick Codner. And as you may recall, Deb, Nick made history last March as the youngest player ever to participate in a game at the Brier. Well, we say believed to be. I can't say that we have all the records from 1927 and 28, but certainly in modern day history, the youngest player ever to participate in the Brier. So already quite a career for these young Newfoundland players.
Yes, certainly something to add to his resume at a very young age.
So it is Northern Ontario sitting shot and buried with Mike McCarville about to throw. Deb, I would expect that Northern Ontario would try to put some early pressure on this young team from Newfoundland Labrador.
I would think that will be in their game plan. They want to maintain their record that they're rolling on right now, and experience is certainly on their side.
Just on the nose.
That rock can be removed now. We're past the free guard zone rule. This is the sixth rock of this first end. So Nick Codner will be asked to make a play on that short guard that belongs to Northern Ontario. It looks like it's biting from here, so got to be careful here, though. Any kind of an angle, and it's jamming.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close.
Nick was the alternate for Newfoundland Labrador at the 2022 Tim Hortons Brier in Lethbridge. Got into one game there through 3 shots, made them all. He's a career 100% shooter.
Yes.
At the Tim Hortons Brier, and not too many people can say that. Member of Nathan Young's team that played in Lethbridge, and We saw a lot of Nathan Young this past week as he was the alternate for Brad Gushu's Canadian team that won the gold medal, men's gold medal at the Pan-Continental Championships in Calgary.
Yes, with a very resounding win over Korea for sure.
Line's good, line's good. Easy. Line's good. Halfway high. Whoa, don't. Whoa.
So the guard called and made by Mike McCarville. And it continues to be Northern Ontario with shot, and it's buried behind a pile of granite. They're going to have to make some moves on this, I think.
I think so. They've got a lot of rocks between them and the shot rock.
Double peel is definitely there, though.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hey. Sorry, Nick. Good.
Well, he removed one rock, but he's left his rock still in play.
Yeah. Center, right to center line. Yep.
Some very good young players coming up in recent years from Newfoundland Labrador. It's hard to imagine that Brooke and Aaron, they're KG veterans on this team, and they're not that old themselves. Not so far removed from playing juniors themselves, but Aaron, who's about to throw for Newfoundland and Labrador, she's 32, and Brooke, 25, but very good up-and-comers coming out of Newfoundland Labrador, and you got to think that's the Brad Gushu effect, who's inspired a lot of young players in Newfoundland Labrador.
Well, he certainly has, and Mark Nichols and his sister Julie actually won the Nationals here. I'm sure that's been referenced before, and in 2005. So.
And that, in fact, as you bring it up, that is, in fact, the last time Newfoundland, and only time, in fact, that Newfoundland Labrador has won the championship. It's Shelley Nichols.
Shelley, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they played together on that 2005 team that won here. So this current Newfoundland Labrador team trying to bring a second Canadian Mixed Championship home to Newfoundland Labrador, but they'll have some work to do. You got to think they have to win the rest of their round robin games here in this preliminary round to make that championship pool.
For sure. Aaron attempting to move some granite out of the way of the 4-foot access.
That's going to spin into the house. Should be second shot, but it definitely clears some granite out, so there is some options opening up here now for Newfoundland Labrador.
Okay. But I still think this. Okay. Or this. But then they're just it makes that easier, and they go there.
Yeah.
Guard.
Yeah, like right in the middle. Yeah.
Halfway tight.
Same is good. Laura.
Yep.
Halfway tight. So you can add a sliver more, but we didn't sweep that one at all. Yeah. Same weight's fine. If you add a pound, no problem.
Trevor and Jackie, as mentioned, members of that 2017 team that won the Canadian Mixed and the World Silver Medal. They've been inducted into the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame earlier this year for that memorable season.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Halfway-ish.
Really going.
Well, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
It's got to stop. It's going crazy.
Lost its losing its rotation.
Yeah.
Well, they're not happy with the result of that throw. Opening the door maybe a little more for Newfoundland.
11.
Looks like they'll try the raise here. Or the thin double, I think, based on the counterclockwise rotation. Yeah, it's going to be the thin double taken on.
Nick. Try to go, Nick.
Nick's trying to get this to curl a little more, using that knifing technique.
Yeah, he's leaning on that pretty good.
Trying to get it thin. Just a little bit wide of the broom there.
Might be enough. They might be second now. Not that it really matters too much.
Tighter.
I think Trevor will run a lot better here. I don't think he's more ice. Yeah, same ice.
We just got to cross center. Yeah. Full rock.
Yeah.
So Trevor Bonneau now, I believe, will just try and throw a guard and close that hole, Deb.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if we're second still or not because they rubbed their red.
Yeah.
But I think we are.
So it's close, eh? Yeah. Speed's nice.
Yeah. Plug that hole.
Yeah. Little hard, tight by itself.
Man is right.
Hey, line's great.
Yeah, really tight, not bad. It's
Man, you still got to go.
okay, might be in the paint, it's close. Look, real tight. Real tight.
Trying to get a little more curl. That should be all right.
Good shot. Good spot, Doug. Nice.
Yeah, he has taken away the
Yeah, okay.
previous shot that Newfoundland attempted.
So it looks like they're going to try the counterclockwise draw tap.
Lighter is the mess, hey?
Yes.
Yes.
Will Butler's first shot of this first end. It is Northern Ontario, sitting one, buried.
No.
Back eight, back 12.
Yep.
Waist good.
Yes, hard.
Waist good. Back eight.
Yep.
Back 12.
Hard. Hard, Brooke. Hard. Yep. Keep going. Hard.
Trying to get by that guard. It will just tick it.
Easy.
But very nice weight. And
His
it's
weight was perfect for the shot.
yeah,
Just-
usable shot potentially, and did move that guard over a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there, I hope it goes.
Northern Ontario, of course, is going to remove that rock.
They'll let us know.
Good normal.
Okay, we're trying to go over like roll over top of it.
Top bars.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
talking about getting the inside roll.
Yeah, it will be for sure.
Trevor Bonneau, second shot, his final shot of this first end, trying to protect their shot stone.
Go.
They don't want this to nose hit.
Okay.
Well now, is there a shot for two? No, he's not going to play it. It would have been a little steep, but and it would depend on if they were third shot or not, and I don't know that anybody knew that for sure, but a shot for one still available now for Newfoundland Labrador.
And it's basically the same shot he just threw.
That weight was perfect.
Confirmation from his front end that his weight was perfect.
Final shot, first end, Will Butler, 17-year-old skip for Newfoundland Labrador.
Couple feet more, back line.
They're saying the weight's a little heavier.
Do you need a tick? Dick, you can go a little. Straight.
Line's good.
Seeing if they get a tick off of that one.
Line's good.
Well, it will be a steal. Great try by Newfoundland Labrador, but that stone that was deposited early in the end by Northern Ontario does remain. It will be a steal of one for Northern Ontario. Newfoundland Labrador will have last rock when we come back for the second end after this. Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center for second end action here at Draw 7. Make that Draw 6 of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. It is Tuesday morning here in snowy Prince Albert, and it is a steal of one that opens this game for Team Northern Ontario, Team Trevor Bonneau from Thunder Bay. And it will be this young team from Newfoundland Labrador representing Stephenville and St. John's, the Caribou Curling Club in Stephenville, the Remax Center in St. John's. They will have hammer in the second end. And they will put up the corner guard trying to generate some offense.
Top four. Yeah. Maybe add a slipper, but not much more.
Here's Amanda Gates. She's 36. She's a commercial account manager at BrokerLink. Just one of those super friendly people that you find all over Northern Ontario. She always has a smile on her face and loves to have some fun on and off the curling ice.
Can't yet. Nope, we can't. A little wider line.
Amanda's going to slide a little deeper than called for, but it's certainly a good rock in play.
Newfoundland Labrador will ignore it, and they will go around the corner. This is Brooke Godsland, 25-year-old lead. She's an assistant general manager for Good Life Fitness Club, and she has a championship ring in hockey. She ran the retail operation and was an events organizer for the Newfoundland Growlers of the ECHL. They were a Toronto Maple Leafs affiliate, and they won the ECHL, the Kelly Cup Championship in 2019. So that's a pretty cool fact outside of curling, that Brooke is a hockey champion. So the hit and roll attempt doesn't roll, so a chance for Newfoundland Labrador, for Northern Ontario's Mike McCarville to remove that stone. Mike is 41. He's a teacher, grade 11 and 12 math and biology teacher at St. Ignatius High School, and he also coaches the St. Ignatius boys curling team. The Falcons. Nice throw there by Mike.
Yes, he manages to slide the Newfoundland Labrador rock by his own in the back of the house.
Just clean. Just clean. Just clean. Just clean.
Nick Codner now. Did we mention he's 16 years old? Grade 11 French immersion student at Holy Trinity Regional High School in Torbay, Newfoundland, Labrador. He's also an accomplished softball player. He and Will, by the way, are teammates on the under-18 team. They also played at the 2022 Under-18 Nationals in Oakville last season.
Well, Nick gets a bite of the top 12 behind the corner guard.
Like a small corner.
Okay, let's throw hack.
Okay.
Partially buried.
Clip the top, it's okay.
That was a bump for sure. Eh?
And yes, for those wondering, Mike is the husband to Krista McCarville. Krista, one of the very, very fine female curlers in our country, silver medalist at the Scotties last February in their hometown of Thunder Bay. It will make a piece of it, but I'm not sure. Yes, it will. Just pushes it over to the sideboards.
And his shooter rolls out through the house.
Great sweep there by Jackie McCormick just to get a piece. Mentioned that this Newfoundland Labrador team represent two cities. Nick and Brooke both play out of the Remax Center
Definitely top
in St.
four.
John's. It is Aaron and Will both representing the Caribou Curling Club in Stephenville, about 8.5 hours away, so they don't exactly get together to practice an awful lot.
Yes.
Together, anyways.
Looks over buried, eh?
Very nice shot there. Buried perfectly.
Can you see anything?
No. No, it's dead, Gary.
That's what I thought, yeah. Same weight.
Northern Ontario will attempt to remove the corner guard now to open that rock up.
First look at Jackie McCormick. That's Trevor's older sister, as we've noted. She's an audiologist. She owns and operates the Frequency Hearing Center, which is a private audiology clinic in Fort Frances.
And the mission is accomplished, and the shooter is rolled away. Not out of play, but rolled away.
So it still is Northern Ontario's sitting shot, but Newfoundland Labrador will put up another corner to protect their second shot stone. Erin Porter, 32 years old. She's a registered nurse with Western Health at Sir Thomas Roddick Hospital in Stephenville. She just graduated in April.
Top 12.
And as you might imagine, the pandemic did present some challenges as she was going through her nursing program.
It's just a three, Will. Halfway now.
She says it's been a draining work environment for nurses, but she's enjoying it so far. She's also got a second bachelor's degree in kinesiology. Good weight on the corner and really not much of an option here. Trevor Bonneau will ask Jackie to remove it.
Shooter.
Right out. Stay back.
Jackie removes the corner and rolls over to
I'm okay with either.
the left-hand side of the sheet.
Okay.
So a choice now, a decision to be made by Newfoundland Labrador. Another corner, or do they make a play by either freezing or tapping the shot stone that belongs to Northern Ontario? And it looks like that will be the choice.
Eleven and a half. Come light. 11 and a half. Yep. 11 and a half. Nick.
Trying to get this to curl a little bit.
Really good throw, Aaron.
Very nice.
Remove shot rock to be sitting two.
double definitely isn't there, but
Pack it, you can get under it there.
Trevor's thought is at some point, maybe on his second shot, it will be. So
Are they really speaking?
I'm trying to get half roll if we can, but no, just don't put it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Trevor's 37. He's a financial advisor at Edward Jones. He and Mike are teammates in the men's leagues in Thunder Bay, and I'm sure they'll be entering playdowns. Should be a very interesting Northern Ontario men's playdown without Brad Jacobs in the mix.
Just hot. Just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Gonna have to work on this to get it by that front guard. Should be okay though.
Stand up.
Go, Amanda. Make sure hard in the red, Jack. Hard in the red. Okay, good shot.
Gets a slight flip in behind, but still pretty exposed for Newfoundland Labrador to remove.
Yeah, just hot. Yeah, good weight. Good shot. Really good shot.
So now there's the situation. If Will hits it on the nose, there is a double chance for Trevor Bonneau. So probably like to roll it just a little bit inside to make it a little steeper. Will is 17. He works at his aunt's ice cream shop in Stephenville, the Golden G Dairy Bar, and suffice it to say, I'm intrigued. If I'm ever in Stephenville, you know where I'm going.
It's hard to think of ice cream with the weather we're having outside.
Deb, it's always easy to think of ice cream. Come on now, let's be real.
To the hat. To the hat. Yep, the light.
Brooke's going to have to work this to get it by that yellow guard, and I don't think it is. Will's probably just a little bit inside on that throw, and it will wreck.
But his shooter's trying to stick around.
See if it spins back in. It will be there, but tough break there. And a chance for Northern Ontario to hit and sit
It looks
three.
like he got that little kick out of it. It looks like it is, eh?
Control it, let's make sure.
Looks like we're almost full ball. Yeah, I like the nose. He's just going to play a straight hit.
Try and get, I'd like to roll half in front if we can, but
Yeah. Okay, what kind of weight you doing?
controlled. So I don't want to.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Let's go. My nose hits great.
Yeah, sure. Good thought.
Trevor Bonneau, his final shot of this second end. Northern Ontario stole one in the first. And a chance to force Newfoundland Labrador here in this second end. Flip that hammer.
Hard. Hard.
And that will roll out. It still doesn't change anything. It will be just a tap for a single point here for Will Butler. But I think, Deb, probably a pretty important shot. He's got to make this, get that confidence back, I think.
Yes, for sure. He's hitting against two. It looks like his broom is indicating that he's going to play enough weight to certainly pass it through the house. And he's got a little bit of roll room as second shot is full 12, just full 12.
Final shot, second end.
10-5, 10-6.
10.5. 10.5. Good.
Brooke trying to keep this straight.
Line's good.
And right on the nose. Great shot by Will Butler, and it will be one for Newfoundland Labrador in this second end. It'll be a tie game. Northern Ontario will have last rock when we come back for the third end right after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan. Cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. It is Draw 6, Tuesday morning action at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. It's the third time that the Canadian Mixed has been staged here in Prince Albert, 1984 as well. There's the home team that won that year, Randy Wojtowicz. Skipped Saskatchewan to victory that year. 4 games on the ice here this morning as teams are starting to really jockey for position to get into that Final Four. Just a reminder, 14 teams representing the 14 member associations of Curling Canada split into 7 team pools. So they play a round robin within their pools. And at the end of that initial round robin, each team will have played 6 games. The top 4 from each pool will then move into the championship pool. And the 4 from Pool A will play the 4 from Pool B. And from there, the top 4 will go into the semifinals. No tiebreakers, so head-to-head record. And if we'll break ties, and if you can't break it on head-to-head, it will be the pre-game draw shot challenge.
They're just full 8.
So as noted, 4 games on the ice this morning. Run down the scores briefly. And
I like that.
Alberta, Team Morgan Muse from the Calgary and Cochrane Curling Clubs. They've taken a 2-1 lead on Team Yukon, skipped by Terry Miller from Whitehorse. Yukon with 1 in the first. Alberta comes back with a deuce in the second, so it's Yukon with Hammer playing the third end. Team BC coming back strong after a loss yesterday to Nunavut. Team BC, Miles Craig from the Victoria and Duncan Curling Clubs. 2 in the first end, a steal of 3 in the second. And they are up into a big 5-0 lead over Team Grant Odishaw of New Brunswick. And that New Brunswick team was coming in with a bit of a streak. They won their first 2 games. They're 2-0. BC, meanwhile, sitting at 1-1. And that one win was by default over Team Yukon because Yukon did not arrive in time to play that first game against BC. So 1-1 BC, up 5-0 on 2-0 New Brunswick. And in the other game, it is Nova Scotia, also unbeaten. Team Paul Fleming from Halifax. They're at 3-0. And they are taking on Team Scott McDonald of Ontario. A bit of a surprise start for the Ontario team. They're at 0-2. So must-win territory for Ontario, but it is Nova Scotia in an early 1-0 lead, a stolen point in the first end. So Ontario has Hammer in the third after a blank in the second. And in our feature sheet, as you see, it is Newfoundland Labrador taking one last end after Northern Ontario stole one in the first. So it's a 1-1 game. Northern Ontario now with Hammer in the third end. And as you see, sitting 2.
Yes, Amanda, the lead for Northern Ontario, put in 2 very nice rocks sitting in the house. She had a little wobble on her second rock, but it behaved for her, and she's put a lovely draw in there.
Little speed wobble, as they like to call it. Reminder, you can get all the scores all the time from the 2022 Canadian Mixed, as well as all other Curling Canada events, on curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Okay, like, what do you see? I just can't see it there, man.
Maybe
Then you want to stick this here?
Yep.
I think we got it.
Okay, let's do it.
Yep.
With just like an 11? Sure. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Discussing the options, but it looks like the Rays will be taken on by Nick Codner.
Yes, I think Nick waved Will off on what he wanted to play. He didn't feel the shot was there.
11-5 maybe.
Oh.
Down.
Oh.
What I like, though, is they're not throwing big weight. They want to keep these rocks in play and use them later. Sometimes that's something that has evolved in junior curling in particular, is that willingness to play down weight and keep rocks around to use. It used to be that juniors just threw BBs up and down the sheet, and that thinking has evolved.
I do agree. They have tremendous athletic ability with leg drives that can certainly generate the speed, but they've brought a more finesse game into play.
Mike McCarville now. Play the come around.
Hard line!
Oh, it's got hard.
And they believe that is already going to be on the guard. Light and tight. Well, not so light, just tight.
He's maybe opened up some options for
That's in through here.
Like I'd like to play.
Newfoundland Labrador. He's looking at the tap raise.
So let's just come right here.
You got fairness space there.
I think I can make a play on the top one.
It's just so
It's
straight.
like back line hack. Yeah. Even if you just tap it to the corner, that's
look
fine.
easier?
That's really good, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just back 12, back line.
I like this call.
I do too. A quiet back 12 wait to see if he can tap that rock and angle tap it and force the Northern Ontario rock out into the open.
And probably leave two Newfoundland Labrador stones buried.
Buried in the house.
Essentially a split, but that's going to be on the guard, though.
Yes, he's
12-5. Wait for the
Go around this yellow stagger, yellow red.
there's maybe a little light on the weight required for that shot.
Jack, you threw the 6-year-old, eh?
It's now a chance for Northern Ontario to utilize those staggered guards on the left. You see the yellow-red in the free guard zone. Mike McCarville will see if he can get one snap behind there.
Whoa, wait on lead.
Line's good.
T's perfect. T's perfect.
Line's good.
Close. Close.
This Northern Ontario team did play at last year's
Yeah, go,
Canadian
go,
Mixed
go,
in
go,
Canmore,
go.
Alberta, but missed the playoffs.
Help, Jack, help. Keep it moving. Hard.
Finished with a 6-4 record.
Hard.
Good sweep.
Good shot, Mike.
They had good judge on that rock, and the sweepers indicated on the way down that it was there and that they would keep an eye, and they did.
Already, I'm seeing a lot more movement in the ice today, so it's finishing. That finish was not happening yesterday, so.
Do you like that there?
Well, and it'll be an adjustment for the teams then too. If the conditions have changed a bit, and it's always good to see more movement, not less.
They're half into 4.
Airborne.
So good top 8.
Big shout out to Drew Horchuk, the chief ice technician at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. Put together some superb playing conditions for these 14 teams. Put in a lot of hard work.
Whoa! Close, Brooke, close, Brooke.
T.
Close, yep. Whoa!
There's a very nice throw, but it will bounce into the open.
Flip it under, eh? What turns are you going to go with this?
So it is Newfoundland Labrador
Like it.
shot rock, but Northern Ontario sitting second and third.
Okay.
It's it's there with both turns. What do you see?
I was thinking this turn.
Is that what you like?
If we're gonna try to go that way, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Bumper.
No, I think this is a better result.
Okay, then we better play the other.
Yeah, I know. Bump.
Bumper, yeah.
Hit and roll opportunity here for Jackie McCormick.
Good way.
Close. Yes!
Mike McCarville really scrubbing to keep that on line. Might be on their own red at the top on the Newfoundland red rock, and there it is. Oh, what a break for Newfoundland Labrador.
Good way.
Yes, that angle tap was one that they had attempted a few shots ago, and now it was made for them.
Well, that sure turned things around in an awful hurry. So now, Aaron Porter will be called upon to make a guard.
Two, three.
Line's good. A little hot right now.
Three on its own.
We're like in the house, Will.
Sweepers are indicating that the rock is a little heavier than they.
Might be able to get a rub off.
Take that red roll, take that red roll. Go, 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 go.
Same shot.
Should be still wide open though, Jackie.
I think you started wide and helped it over.
There's the explanation. Did a little steering with the release instead of sliding straight at the broom. So
I think a brother can get away with that.
yeah. Husband and wife?
Maybe
not so much. You have to be a little more delicate. Indication is that this is tight as well. Mike McCarville scrubbing to keep it straight. Oh, just gets by, and the inside roll.
What a great shot.
My goodness. Very, very nice.
Leaving Northern Ontario sitting two.
Great scrubbing by Mike McCarville.
We're just getting so much curl in that intern today. Like, you're wide.
Yeah. The Hondy.
Good. Nice shot.
Newfoundland Labrador looking like they're conceding one with some of these discussions and just figuring out a way to make sure they don't get two.
Yes, they're looking at a draw through the port into the top 4 foot.
Trying to sit second shot here. Certainly they know this path. It's been played a few times now.
Will's confirming with the front end the weight that he needs to throw.
Mentioned that Will and Nick were teammates. They played for Newfoundland Labrador's team Simon Perry at the Under-18 Nationals in Oakville last May. Finished with a 2-4 record there. They're going to get by that guard. Don't have to work. Just light. And now that hole probably is closed. And Northern Ontario looking good for 2 here. Seeing now how they can maybe sneak another stone in there to sit third.
Yes, and those rocks on the center line are now overlapped.
Do you hate trying that?
Where does it go over top of the other yellow?
If we hit it into the side, the back half. Like
And I say 3, Trevor Bonneau's looking at the in-off double.
Go here if he follows us down.
Sit 5.
I would try it.
6 actually.
No, we got it. If we hit it thin enough that we hit it into here. Like into the 2. And then I don't go that way.
And honestly, at worst, that's the only shot really that Newfoundland Labrador might have. So moving that red rock is
not a bad call.
We can mention
They may have an opportunity, Newfoundland Labrador, to advance the one in front of the 12-foot onto the red rock onto the yellow. But we'll see what happens. The result of this will certainly dictate what they do with their last shot.
Hook, right? 2 hooks. But yeah, our yellow will count it, eh?
Smarter call.
Deuce is awesome here, right? Yeah. Then we have this on our last one.
Yeah.
You can go ahead down there, Trev. Yeah.
Oh, Trevor has changed his mind. I was all excited about the in-off, if I'm being honest, but
we better discard them.
Amanda, the voice of reason, she's celebrating that she was able to, back here, you don't see it on camera, but she gave us a look like she managed to talk him into probably a safer call, but not as much fun.
Yeah. This is right call. 100%. Yeah.
So I think they're going to take away the raise attempt that you were discussing. Put a guard on that.
Yeah.
Well, Newfoundland Labrador do not have a lot of options, and that was, I think, their best option that they will maybe not have after this rock.
So it is the guard being thrown by Trevor Bonneau. Just to take away some options up front and make Newfoundland Labrador's shot tougher. That might overcurl though. Yep, I don't think that's the call they were happy with.
No, I think they have left an angle raise.
Or just the cold draw.
Yeah, he's...
It is Northern Ontario sitting 2. Will Butler trying to see if he can sneak one behind the counting stone or even the guard.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay.
He's talking about getting halfway around.
Okay.
A little more.
How much distance is there?
You got it.
Line's good. Top 12.
Will Butler's final shot
It's close.
in this third end. Tie game.
Close on its own. Lots of room. Back 4.
It's gonna stop.
Back 4 right now. Back 4.
It's close.
Back 4 right now.
Hanging out though. They need to get a piece of that 4 foot. And that will slide a little far back. And I think there's a shot for 3 just following the same path available for Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
Draw to backing should get that 3.
Okay, yeah, we don't need to move it, eh? Yeah. Okay.
As Northern Ontario is sitting first and second, and an attempt to make it 3.
Yeah. You're good, yeah.
A few rocks have been thrown down this spot, so they certainly know the ice and should know the weight.
I like it. Weight should be there. Right to the back one.
Never then, never.
Backing needed.
You need the back?
Yes.
Final shot. Third end.
Amanda.
Shot for 3. Amanda's going to try and see if she can carve that over.
Hard, Amanda.
No, not halfway tight. Halfway high. Halfway high, not halfway tight.
And that will roll a little too far, so will be only 2 for Northern Ontario. They will take a 3-1 lead into the 4th end. Newfoundland Labrador will have hammer when we come back right after this.
He's talking about getting halfway around. It's close.
Will Butler trying to see if he can sneak one behind the counting stone or even the guard.
Well,
Will Butler will have hammer when we come back right after this. back at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. Tuesday morning action at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. Team Northern Ontario getting a deuce in that third end to go up 3-1 on Newfoundland Labrador, and it will be the team from the Rock with last rock in this fourth end.
Oh yeah, Trev, keep going.
Trevor will drag that into the 8-foot. And Newfoundland Labrador will immediately call the corner guard and see if they can get a deuce back of their own. Mentioned Newfoundland Labrador coming in this morning with an 0-2 record. Northern Ontario at 2-1.
Got a lot of room.
Important game for both teams.
Aaron's rock all the way. Stay down for weight then. Get over there. Yep.
Hard, guys.
Brooke, by the way, this is a 7th national championship appearance in 7 years representing Newfoundland Labrador. She's played at the juniors, she's played at the mixed. Also made an appearance at the Scotties as an alternate, I believe.
Now, that's a lot of dedicated curling.
A lot of Newfoundland jackets, too.
Yes.
Jackie!
Back eight for sure. Back
Jackie!
quality then.
Hard! Hard! Whoa. Okay.
Now, the rocks have been split in the house.
Just an 11.
Will's calling a hit on shot rock and roll behind the corner guard.
Just confirming on Brooke, she was indeed an alternate for Sarah Hill's Newfoundland Labrador team in 2021. So,
Easy.
like me, she spent a bunch of time in the bubble in Calgary.
Yep, Nick.
No!
Whoa.
11-2. It's good.
It took a hard break. I was changing my mind.
You're looking for like back four, Lori.
Really good. High fall.
Nice hit there from Brooke. Would have liked the roll, but that'll do. But it will be Northern Ontario with shot stone, and they'll see if they can get the roll behind that long corner. Mike McCarville. Mike, one of 3 players here in Prince Albert that also participated in that 2005 Canadian Mixed, won by Mark Nichols of Newfoundland Labrador.
Go. Okay, good.
Paul Fleming, the Nova Scotia skip,
Yes!
also was here.
Harder, go! Harder!
And Jamie Cooey. That would be the third man who played here.
The roll behind was not made by Northern Ontario, so Will has called for Nick, his second, to see if he can make the hit and roll.
Yep. Right to it. Gotta go. Yep.
Sweep is called on early.
That's good, Nick.
Probably 2/3.
Some curl here a bit, eh?
Well, the overroll was made, and Northern Ontario is going to call for the removal of second shot.
Chance to sit 3 now for Northern Ontario.
Clean. Whoa.
Not a bit.
Trying to get this to move over and hold the shooter. Will remove the stone, but the shooter rolls out. It still is Northern Ontario sitting 2. Newfoundland Labrador will again try and put one behind that corner. Nick Codner. The clockwise rotation.
Brooks rock.
Think we're all right.
Holding room. 2.
Three.
Okay, it's going hard. Yep.
3, 2, 3.
Yep.
Front end is indicating that, or the sweepers are indicating that it's a little shy on weight. Left another corner guard.
You're throwing it now, I think. They did say 3.
Top 4. Step.
It was light.
Thought maybe that Trevor might take a pass and see if he could peel those guards, but no. Jackie will be asked to put one behind the staggered guards.
It's a girl nice.
Wait on me. Yep, Ashley, hard. It's gone. Hard.
Sweep is called early.
Hard,
That's maybe on the closer guard.
hard, roll it. Hard on the roll. Hard.
Jackie might just be starting those a little bit. Heard Mike say he'd touch the rock, but the non-offending team can make the call on whether it'll stay in play and whether it had any effect, and Will right away says that's fine, leave it where it is. So another draw attempt here. Aaron Porter.
Room, Nick, room. Gotta go wait, really light. Yep. Hard line.
Top 8.
Hard. Finish if you can. Just gotta go every
They're by the guards and working hard to get it into the rings.
We're 2? Yeah.
Or do you have some of that?
I've got half of that.
We're sitting 2. I know.
We're 2.
I know it's a double away from them being sitting 2, but as long as we're in the paint. I like this. I know this path, right? I like this. Same way. Yep. So more. Don't want to. Right on me. Back each.
Stay close.
No, wait, it's not bad. Come
Whoa,
down.
man is over.
Back 4, easy. Lots away, Trevor, now. Sit. Sit
Sweepers
down.
haven't touched it. They're asking for the rock to sit.
Sit there. Okay.
Just a little deep, but it is still Northern Ontario sitting 3.
I don't think you're gonna get a big enough piece.
No, I can't draw there. They're 3, right?
Yeah.
We can't split ours, can we? Yeah.
Try and make that.
Yeah, it's that or split ours if you think we can get shots.
Newfoundland, Labrador looking at their options.
I like this more.
If they can bring the rock into the top 12 into play, but there's 3 yellow rocks to deal with in order to do that. They're all behind the tee line, which is in their favor.
Aaron's played in 5 Scotties Tournament of Hearts representing Newfoundland Labrador, all as a vice skip. 4 with Stacey Curtis, 1 with Erica Curtis. That was in 2020, the most recent one. In Moose Jaw in 2020. Doesn't quite get the double, so Newfoundland Labrador still looking at 2 Northern Ontario stones in the rings, and it is Northern Ontario about to throw. Trevor Bonneau's first skip rock, and they'll try and see if they can get one behind that center guard.
Start to move it, we'll go like that, even finish really hard.
Reminder, we'll be back on the air twice more today. 2 more draws to be shown here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel. 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern will be a game between BC's Team Miles Craig, and our first look as well at Team Quebec, skipped by Felix Asselin from Dollard des Ormeaux. And then at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, it will be Team Yukon, Terry Miller's team from Whitehorse, against Team Grant Odishaw from Moncton and Team New Brunswick. Will come up at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel.
Weight's good. Don't want to yet.
Line's great.
Our pleasure to bring you live coverage of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship, produced by our great friends at ICAST Live.
Come on, Amanda. Let's get there.
And there's a nice shot,
Good shot.
Yes,
from Trevor
Trevor.
Bonneau.
Yeah.
Not only has he kept it in front of the tee line, he's got it partially buried behind their guard.
Will Butler is going to try and dig it out. Maybe an eighth of a rock showing from the hack. Maybe. Sure doesn't look like much from that angle.
Back forward.
Not room right now. No, close. Top four. Top four.
Light.
Okay,
Light.
go, Brooke.
Hard, Brooke.
Brooke trying to get that deep. It's by the guard. Sure it's going to. No, it will not. So we'll raise it to the button, but it is Newfoundland Labrador sitting second now.
Yeah.
I think the call will be for a guard.
They protect
Yes.
it out
Northern Ontario's shot stone on the button.
We didn't try and spark that guard if like sit there, but you know, I mean, it's been our guards, so we just have this
there. Oh yeah.
turn, but
No, it's
just run straight guard.
yeah.
Like you
Give
say,
him the out turn. He's got to be.
Will made a nice attempt on the shot, but it just needed a
Yeah.
little more
No, just a straight
tapping
draw,
weight
I
to,
think, right?
to
A
move
straight
it
draw, Straight guard.
into
Yeah.
the 8 foot.
Tight guard. Yeah.
Perfect weight. Hold it straight. You have to.
We're just past ours.
Whoa.
Just past ours still.
good.
Shot.
And the guard is made. Now I think Will Butler will see if he can remove that stone from the other side. It's a narrow port, but
So you're gonna throw back east?
maybe.
That's a tough shot.
Just has to move it like 3 feet, 4 feet. Doesn't have to, I mean, he'd love to hold the shooter, but
Holding the shooter would be a bonus for 2. Right now, the objective is to certainly score 1.
Not tough.
Will Butler,
last, I
final
think.
shot of this 4th end,
Top forward.
looking to get,
Hard, Brooke.
see if he can pick out the counting Northern Ontario stone. That's running a little tight, maybe a little light. And it will be a steal of 1 for Northern Ontario. And it will be Northern Ontario taking a 4-1 lead into the 4th end break. The teams will take a break. We will too. We'll be back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities. To freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Sure, it can be a bit uncomfortable at times. You're gonna have to do some shoveling, scrape some ice off your windshield, and you're definitely gonna need to wear a toque, but that's all part of the fun. It's about dressing right and preparing for the adventure. So bundle up and embrace the season. Saskatchewan. cold enough.
Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport. Words we embody. Powerful words. Words that speak to everything we represent. Respect, togetherness, strength. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Please give generously.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, "Is it cold enough for you?" The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Centre Draw 6 action at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. My name is Al Cameron. I'm joined this morning by Deb Thierman for this game between Northern Ontario, Team Trevor Bonneau from Thunder Bay, And Team Newfoundland and Labrador skipped by Will Butler from Stephenville in St. John's, and it is Northern Ontario with a 4-1 lead starting this back half of the game. And Newfoundland Labrador will have Hammer here in the 5th.
I think
Deb,
that's okay, Will.
I'm going to put you in the position of being a coach. If you were the coach of these teams, what might you have said to these teams during the 4th end break? Let's start with Newfoundland Labrador.
Well, Newfoundland Labrador have been putting up their corner guards, and they just haven't been successful then getting the action that they need behind, whether it's the hit and roll. And they just had a discussion now on whether to hit that rock in the 4-foot because it is in a prime position, and they've elected to continue with corner guards so that they can generate the points. But unfortunately, this has slid in. So. And of course, Northern Ontario are making the shots that need to be made to keep Newfoundland Labrador in trouble. So
imagine more of the same. Keep applying pressure to this young team from Newfoundland Labrador.
Yes, they've been managing to do that quite well, and Newfoundland Labrador will have to get a turnaround by. Also getting those final rocks by. They've been so close on getting by the guard, getting the taps back, and just not quite able to generate the points that they need. So.
You can't make unforced errors early in an end, and I think that was an unforced error that coming in deep on that corner. So Brooke Godsland will get another chance at it. We'll quickly run down the scores from the other 3 sheets on the ice here this morning. It is Team Alberta, Morgan Muse and her team from Cochrane and Calgary. They're up in a 4-2 lead now over the Yukon team from Whitehorse, skipped by Terry Miller. Team Alberta at 0-3, looking to get their first win of this Canadian Mixed Curling Championship, a surprising 0-3. And Team Yukon at 0-2, so something's got to give in that game. Team BC. They have now taken a 7-0 lead through 4 ends. Steal of deuce in the first end with Hammer, steal of 3 in the second, steal of 1 in the third, steal of 1 in the fourth. And BC up 7-0 on Team New Brunswick. Tatum Odishaw from Moncton, which entered the game with an unbeaten 2-0 record. So BC looking like they may hand New Brunswick its first loss of this 2022 Canadian Mixed. And in the other game on the ice, it is Team Nova Scotia, skipped by Paul Fleming, trailing at the 5th, starting the 5th end. They're down 2-1 to Team Ontario. Nova Scotia with a perfect 3-0 record. Ontario with a surprising 0-2 record. But a steal of 1 in the 4th end puts Ontario up 2-1. Nova Scotia does have Hammer playing in the 5th end. And a reminder, you can get all the scores all the time on curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Or we can just try
Can you play like a board? Can you play a board, wait at it, hit and roll over?
I don't hate just a straight.
Sure, the hole's really small.
Okay.
Just draw. Yeah.
So it looks like they'll draw around the corner through the port, McCodner. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, he is the youngest player to ever participate in a Tim Hortons Brier, at least the modern era. We can't tell you all the ages of every player in 1934, but hard to believe that anybody's ever been younger. He was 15 years old when he participated and threw rocks last March in Lethbridge. And he's got a lovely shot here, and that will bury.
That'll make Northern Ontario certainly deal with their corner guard out front.
Definitely seeing more curl in the ice today, and speaking with Chief Ice Technician Drew Rahorchuk during the 4th end break, they've experimented with some of the pebbling patterns and pebble size, and that certainly has worked out with bringing some more curl into the ice. Nice to see. And that will be a peel made by Mike McCarville. That was one thing we were noticing yesterday, Deb, was that most teams are missing wide, and today we've actually seen quite a few wrecks on guards, which is an indication that the rocks are curling more, which is nice to see.
Yes. I think most teams prefer ice that has some nice curl to it, especially right now, Newfoundland Labrador needs to have certainly some draw attempts in play, and if you can bury around a rock out front.
Brooks Rock always. Gotta get it across center. Go, 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 go.
Guard was a call, but they're going to have to get this across. And it will just come up a little short. Tough break for Newfoundland Labrador, but again, we talk about unforced errors. And against a veteran team with championship pedigree, such as Northern Ontario, you can't make unforced errors. Jackie McCormick now will be called upon to remove that Newfoundland Labrador stone, and it will be Northern Ontario sitting 3 if she can hit and stick.
Look it up!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Amanda!
Gotta get starve that thing.
Might be able to get off.
Early indication is that the shot's outside its target.
You're doing it, go!
Gonna watch the jam here, though.
3/4, little thicker.
Oh, what a sweep. Amanda Gates making that one move over just enough to avoid the jam. And here you see her working hard on that. Just missed.
Great shot.
So Northern Ontario sitting 3.
Newfoundland Labrador now has an opportunity to tap that shot rock slightly behind the button. Sit on top of 4-foot button.
Still think that the 14-3 is. I think so.
Aaron Porter, originally a Nova Scotian, but moved to Newfoundland Labrador just after Brad Gushu's team won gold at the 2006 Winter Olympics.
Coming down, back
And obviously, we've talked earlier, Deb, about how Team Gushu has inspired so many young colors, and I think you can count Aaron Porter among that group.
Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa! Listen.
They'll try and go around it now.
Okay.
Yeah, it stayed out on her. Weight was maybe a tad heavier than planned.
It will sit second.
Top 4.
Northern Ontario could have made a play on it to sit 4, but I think they're going to go aggressively for the steal and get another one behind that center guard.
Line's great.
A little bit warm, eh? I think we're back 4.
Then yeah, gotta go.
Back 8 even.
Gotta go.
I think they're going to call the audible and see if they can get it by and freeze it on the one that Newfoundland Labrador just threw.
Hard, 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 hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Roll it, Amanda, roll it, roll it, roll it.
And we'll just split it off.
Yeah. That's fine.
A little tickle, and it buries that Newfoundland Labrador or Northern Ontario stone even more.
Back 12, yes.
Aaron Porter now.
About the same.
Try the same shot that she threw on her first
back
one.
4.
Sweepers are indicating
Back
that
8.
it's a hair less.
Back 8. No. Back 8.
Got to get the sweepers involved, though. That's a key on a shot like this, and that might be floating a little more. And we'll stop in time to be second shot. So Trevor will take on the freeze attempt onto his own shot stone behind the center guard.
Yeah.
Can't hit anything. Can't hit.
No, for sure.
Just carry.
Yeah.
Just freeze hard.
Okay.
I think this is the same speed as my draw last set.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take it at the end.
Free, like we'll sweep for the freeze, eh? Like,
Yep. No, sweep to the freeze.
Yeah.
Plan to give you top 8.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Last time.
Trevor Bonneau, first shot in this fifth end.
Top 4.
Wait, it's close.
Okay, whoa.
Lots of line.
Lots of line.
Deb, I think you'll agree with me. There are no uniforms better than those Northern Ontario Moose jackets. It's everybody else is tied for last place compared to those things. They're great. This is looking tasty. Just a little light.
Okay, that's a good spot. Good shot, Sean.
This comes down, eh?
Yeah. Good shot, man. That's a good spot.
Yeah, they're very colorful, and I love the look on that moose's face.
I think there's a few moose around Prince Albert that might be cheering too.
I think they're hiding right now. They're in season.
You also, there's that. I don't want to put that now.
So I think we need to try that.
The redirect.
Yeah, and then
If you
if
hit
I'm
it
wide
thick.
and I do that, then that's fine. And then if I'm thick, I just give myself something. And
Yeah, like you should go pretty much into that, right? And then you'll
Yeah.
set right there and have to deal with it.
I'm thinking.
So it's like it's super, super thin for the redirect, but I mean,
Bear with me.
Will's been left with a tough shot again.
Let's make something crazy.
Couple options here available. They're going to play off that rock on the left side in the 12-foot. See if they can either redirect onto the shot rock or even just go straight across and be usable for his second shot. They're also kind of looking at the around-the-clock effect too, with the Northern Ontario stone that is to the right of Aaron's broom, just as we see on that overhead. Come off that yellow, then come off the red, and then back up into the shot stone. I mean, I know from an entertainment perspective, that's the one I want to see tried.
9. Close. 9. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. 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 Yes. Yep. Yes.
Oh, just didn't catch the back of that Northern Ontario stone.
He needed a little thinner.
Yeah.
So I could try.
Double off our own and sit 3.
When you mentioned around the clock, I was
Yeah, double off our own, sit 3.
thinking back to on sheet D in 2005, Mark Nichols made an around the clock, and the whole arena was their noses pressed against the glass because it was called, and the buzz went out that he was attempting it, and he made it. It was a phenomenal shot. I can still see it.
Well, that's the guy who could make it for sure. He
Absolutely.
can throw the big weight like very, very few people in the world, actually. Bam, bam, boom, boom, Mark Nichols. But I think this is actually the shot that Trevor Bonneau is going to try now. Off the yellow, off the red, and back up into the 4-foot and take it away from Newfoundland Labrador. Let's see what happens. Bang, boom, perfect.
Yes.
I know somewhere Vic Router is smiling because that is his favorite shot to describe, the back up. But it does give Newfoundland Labrador a chance because it does slide out into the open.
Third. Yeah, for 2 though.
Okay, you can come off of the exposed one and
be able to
clip
punch it
the
up.
one on the
You think
button
you got
enough
pretty
to.
hard?
He's going to have to
Throw a bullet that
throw
you can throw.
very
Go
hard.
nuts, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm thinking there.
Okay. It's pretty much where you got to hit, hey?
Yeah. I think it'll drift back a shade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Final shot in this 5th end. Maybe a shot at 2 for Will Butler of Newfoundland Labrador, but it would have to be an awfully special shot for 2.
Will has been left with some very difficult shots.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's
Yep. Yep.
on its way.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Hard. Hard. Yep.
Trying to hold it on line. Gets by one.
Yes.
Ah, great
What
try.
a great shot. Good try.
But it will be a steal of 1 for Northern Ontario. And they will take a 5-1 lead. Newfoundland Labrador will have Hammer in the 6th when we come back right after this. Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. Draw 6 action Tuesday morning at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. And it is Northern Ontario in cruise control, a 5-1 lead, playing the 6th end. Team Trevor Bonneau stealing another point there in that 5th, and Team Newfoundland and Labrador, skipped by Will Butler from Stephenville and St. John's. We'll see if they can generate a deuce and get back in this game. Bit of an early break there as Amanda Gates is a little deep with her shot, and now the corner is called.
They don't kill the line.
Newfoundland Labrador. They've had corners in play, Deb, and haven't been able to utilize them.
No, absolutely not. And then last end, they debated on whether to go with a corner route or make a play at the rock in the house. He elected for the corner, and unfortunately, it slid deep on them. This is a good long corner guard. Northern Ontario is
Want to go ahead on it. It's probably top 8 right now.
electing to use it for themselves.
Top 8 right
It's
now.
in the good stuff still.
Top 4 is good. It's good weight.
Okay. Line's getting better. Yeah, keep moving. Top
Into the
4.
house.
Nice shot, Amanda. Good job.
Amanda's played in 3 Scotties as well. Pardon me, 4 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. One with Ontario, back when Northern Ontario didn't have its own entry at the Scotties, and 3 more for Northern Ontario.
Better. Easy, easy. Should be a
Got a lot of room on this side. Lot of room, lot of room. Aaron dropped all the way.
I think we're close.
We're halfway.
Trying to get this corner guard a little deeper, not into the rings, but just a little deeper, and that gives them something to work with. Double corners stacked like that has the potential, but again, at some point they're going to have to remove those Northern Ontario stones to make their own count.
Mike's been asked to guard the 2 Northern Ontario rocks in the house.
Easy, Sarah.
Generate, again, more pressure on Newfoundland Labrador.
Get both of you then.
Hard. Keep it moving. Hard.
Trying to drag that over to the center line.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good judge, Gus.
That's a good guard. But now Nick Codner will see if he can get something behind those corner guards. It's not an easy port, and I think they might consider the run back here to get rid of some of those Northern Ontario stones.
Hold your shooter. Yeah. 7, 8. Shade thicker. Play the intern. Okay. Give me like negative ice. Yeah. Heel. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, real hard, bro.
Yep.
You gotta go hard. Really gotta go.
Just clean. You're just straight.
That's what he threw.
The center guard is removed.
Same thing, okay?
Same thing, Mike.
Okay, Alex, his spots again.
Northern Ontario electing to replace it.
Yep. Whoa, breathe.
Mike McCarville now.
Early.
Line's good. Whoa, line's fine.
That line's good. Okay. Whoa.
Northern Ontario sitting 2
Yep.
Easy.
with a 4-point lead,
Right on.
and they're in a pretty comfortable place right now.
Stop, Mike.
They won't be taking any chances here.
We make a play on this or throw that again.
Yeah.
Slightly exposed, shot rock is, so debating on trying a run-through double or making a play on that shot in the 4-foot.
They will indeed call a timeout, have a little more of a chat, and think you're right, though, Deb. I mean, if they don't make a play on that rock in the rings, you know Northern Ontario will try and make the guard even better. And how many chances will you have to access that stone?
Well, and you know, the guard is, it's not a real tight guard, so there is some room to get around it.
I agree. There's a lot of separation.
Straight feel this. He's gonna make a better guard, and then you have no.
Yeah,
I like going after it.
I do too.
Now the consensus seems to be that the
I don't want to move it very far because
players would like to go
It'd be
after
nice to be
it.
shot.
yeah, of course. So just kick it to the back.
We haven't been that very often, so yeah, it would be nice.
Yep. Heard it. Heard.
Sorry.
So they are going to make a play on it. Nick Codner. Clockwise rotation.
Light plays, but
Little
line's
down.
good. Close, good. Rook. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. All the way for line. Hard. Switch. Aaron.
Now they're going to try and see if they can, will they be able to push it back far enough to sit shot? No, it won't.
Okay.
That's good, Nick.
But still,
Top 12.
not bad shape for Newfoundland Labrador, but you just know Northern Ontario, and the broom went down awfully quick for Trevor Bonneau.
Yes,
they will guard their shot rock.
They're certainly taking away options that Newfoundland Labrador are going to have.
Halfway tight. Hard.
Whoa.
We have no weight.
Just pass ours.
Amanda, go. Hard. Let's kiss it. Come on, baby.
There's the kiss. Okay. Good. Good shot, Jack.
And the guard is made.
Play the double peel. He can't guard everything.
That was my thought as well, with double peel.
He's not going to guard. He's just going to do this, and then we're playing against 3.
And then you hit and roll behind our reds. You move your back. He freezes.
No, that's tough.
This is like if you can get right here, fantastic. He might still guard, but at least then you have the double play and have him both ways.
Yeah. Maybe, but if we're here, does every double peel, he just look the double.
Yeah.
So then maybe we do take a chance with that, and then
Yeah, let's double peel.
I think Will's making the right call here. He needs to have something with his last rock.
Yep.
You gotta need to score.
Aaron Porter will try and remove those 2 yellow stones.
do you want to shade
They might
less?
even get a little bit of a rub off their own guard there too. Let's see how this plays
Do you
out.
want to shade less, or is this good?
Where am I hitting? Where your broom is?
Like 3/4 to get that one to go.
Okay, this should run straight.
Aaron Porter, first shot of this 6th end.
Close. Yep.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. Good, Aaron.
And makes the double peel. Very nice throw.
All day.
Bird. Take it. Let's just kill it.
Okay.
Trevor is electing to remove the second shot in the house. Newfoundland Labrador's rock.
Got to be careful with it though. The jam is there. It's going to have to hit it on the high side.
Early indication is They like it.
Gotta go, Meta.
Good, good, good.
Hey, good shot, Jack.
We'll pick it clean.
Jackie.
Good throw.
Now, a chance for a hit and roll for Newfoundland Labrador. Finally use those corner guards that they've
Finally.
been building up.
Yeah, they've got a wall of red on the
10-5.
left-hand side of the sheet to hopefully get something behind.
Yep.
Clean.
10-5.
Whoa.
Seeing if they can get a little more curl out of this to get the roll. And it will be a nose hit. And again, now a chance for Northern Ontario. They'll try and roll it open to make the roll tougher for Newfoundland Labrador.
Blank, you're right. I don't mind blank either. Yeah. Yeah.
Two more games that we'll be bringing you live today from the 2022 Canadian Mixed Draw 7. Today at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern will be Team BC, Miles Craig and that team from Victoria and Duncan on Vancouver Island. They'll be playing Team Quebec, skipped by Felix Asselin. That'll be at 2 Central, 3 Eastern. Then at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Team Yukon, Terry Miller and his team from Whitehorse, taking on Team Grant Odishaw and New Brunswick from Moncton.
A little bit up. Coastal.
Yes. Yes.
Hard ball.
Yes. Hard right.
Trying to hold this straight and avoid the jam. Just does.
Just
Good
fine.
scrubbing by Mike Carville and Amanda Gates. But the hit and roll is still there. And if he can get the roll, they're in good shape for a deuce.
Absolutely.
First shot of this sixth end for Will Butler, 17-year-old skip for Newfoundland Labrador.
Light.
11-5.
Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard, Nico.
Trying to hold this on target. Will it get by the guard? It will. Will it make contact? It will not. It just over curls.
Yeah, a little too cautious with the throw, trying to make it perfect.
Now I think the guard will be the call as Northern Ontario sits a couple.
That's more ice than you were having because I wanted you to be
Tough miss there for Will Butler.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's a run nice.
What's that? I agree.
Final shot of this sixth end for 2017 Canadian Mixed Champion Trevor Bonneau and his team from Northern Ontario. Sitting two.
Coming down now.
And the guard is thrown. Maybe just a little bit more curl than they'd hoped for. Trevor pounding his knees at the other end because it does give an opportunity for Will Butler to remove that and take a point here.
11-5. It's fine. Should come over.
Again, Will has not an easy shot.
Yeah. Will, by the way, outside of curling, he's active in another winter sport. He's a competitive figure skater as well. Skates out of the Silver Blades Skating Club in Corner Brook. And he's a 5-time provincial figure skating champion in Newfoundland, Labrador.
Wait's better.
Close, Nick. Close.
That's going to have to curl some.
Hard, bro. Yep, really hard. Yep.
And it will not. It will be wide and roll out, and it will be a steal of 2 for Northern Ontario. And they will take a 7-1 lead through 6 ends. We'll be back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center right after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. As Draw 6 is drawing to a conclusion here this morning at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. We'll quickly take a rundown of the other scores going on here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. It is Alberta, Team Morgan Muse looking for their first win in a back and forth game against Yukon. It is 6-5 for Alberta. Yukon has Hammer playing in the 7th end. Big lead for British Columbia. They're up 8-2 over New Brunswick. New Brunswick has Hammer in the 7th, but 8-2 lead there for BC. And it is a 3-2 lead for Ontario over Nova Scotia. Ontario with the Hammer in the 7th end. And on our sheet, it is a 7-1 lead for Northern Ontario. They appear to be well on their way to their 3rd win in 4 games. This team from Thunder Bay, skipped by Trevor Bonneau, against Newfoundland Labrador. A young team from Stephenville and St. John, skipped by Will Butler.
Good shot.
Amanda made a nice raised takeout. Brooke had hidden, partially buried behind their center guard, but it has been removed with a run through.
That's the advantage, or I guess disadvantage depending on where you're coming from, but Amanda clearly didn't want a guard on her first one, but she was able to use it for the run through on her second. But it's still, any guards in front of the house definitely would favor Newfoundland Labrador, but they've got to use them. This one will slide to the back 4. 2/3 open.
I'm going to straight peel.
But rocks in play are not Northern Ontario's friend right now.
Yeah, they're electing to remove their own.
Throw, Mike.
And successfully done.
Just behind T-Nick.
Line's good. Line's good.
I think another guard will be the call here. Newfoundland Labrador sitting shot.
Line's good.
I think he's called it into the house.
Did he now? Okay,
Yeah.
just split the rings.
Right.
Okay.
Just back T. You want help?
No, it's good.
Good throw. Evens it up.
Peel. Thick half. The half gets it.
Double might be in play here for Michael Carville.
I'll let go.
Good.
Northern Ontario will be back on the ice this evening, 6 p.m. draw, and they will be playing Prince Edward Island. And Newfoundland Labrador, meanwhile, they'll also be on the ice tonight against Ontario, so they both have the afternoon draws off.
Mike made a good shot, removed Newfoundland Labrador's rock and rolled just to slightly corner. Second shot. The freeze has been called.
Back four, yeah.
Back T.
Brooks, her times are coming down, so I think you're going to be close to a 13-5. What was my last one? Your last one? I didn't click it.
Don't throw crazy. Slow down.
More.
I think we're there.
More. Bumping.
Shade tight, but
Bumping.
it's holding out.
Bumping.
We're not bumping
It's
much.
starting to go now. It's Brooks now.
Not bumping much. We have to go.
Yep.
Just lobbing another one into that 4-foot area.
And it came down hard on them. The indication from the sweepers was that it was bumping. It's still a good rock. It's
Great rip's fine, Jack.
Just make it go away. That's the call for Jackie McCormick.
We'll clap, yep! Halfway tight. Hard! Hurry! Hard!
Might even make the double here. Yeah, just like that.
Nice throw, Jack.
Yeah.
Great job.
I think what I've been throwing.
Yeah, what you've been throwing might be okay.
You came heavier.
The other side, but still. Alright, needs to be head T.
Aaron Porter now.
Line's good.
the freeze has been called. The sweepers are on it all the way down.
Might be a little short.
Just in front of the house.
Just been that kind of game here for Newfoundland Labrador. Just not as precise as you need to be, especially against a team with the kind of experience that this Northern Ontario squad brings to the ice.
Absolutely, and they've had pressure on them every end.
Don't want to leave the shooter, ideally, but it will. So a little bit of an opening here for Newfoundland Labrador. Play the freeze.
Yeah, the freeze is still in play.
Last one was a 14-3.
Okay.
See, the ice is slowing down, particularly down that slide path. It's in the mid-14s, hog to hog for T-line earlier in the game. Now it appears that 13.5 is closer to the number.
This one's T.
Gotta leave it high.
T.
It'll stop.
Yeah. Easy, easy, easy.
That's a very nice throw.
That's good, Aaron.
Great shot by Aaron Porter. Trevor Bonneau's probably going to try the run back and wouldn't be upset even if he loses his own rock on the button here, I don't think.
I don't think so. He wants to deal with that rock out front and anything else it may pick up in its path. And ideally, he wants to certainly roll his shooter away.
Yeah.
Close. Yeah. Close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot.
That's a perfect outcome. Leaves the guard, but the backing, getting rid of the mess in the forefoot was a good outcome.
Yes. opportunity for Newfoundland Labrador to get behind that center guard.
Will Butler, his first shot of this 7th end.
Okay, a little on the tight side. Very tight.
Line only, weight's good.
Brooke.
Weight's fine. Top 4.
Line only.
T.
You're close.
Line only.
Top 4.
Hard. Go.
Got to get this by. Oh, very
Go,
nice.
go,
Beautifully
go, go.
by.
Keep going.
Nothing wrong with that. Great shot by Will Butler. And the only option really available is the straight raise takeout.
Hey, bud, same throw, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Trevor
basically
Bonneau.
the shot he just played.
Final shot of the 7th end for Trevor Bonneau, skip of Team Northern Ontario. Carvel trying to keep this on path, on line. And there it is. Very nice.
Good shot, buddy. Good shoot, man.
Will Butler will try to draw for a single point here.
Yeah, this way. Your way.
Final shot of the 7th end. Newfoundland Labrador skip, Will Butler.
Take a look.
Take a look. I don't think we can kill
Okay.
it. Take a look.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Good, Will.
And it will be a single point.
Yeah.
And it will be handshakes.
Yes.
And it will be a 7-2 victory for Team Northern Ontario. A reminder, we'll be back in action for the afternoon draw, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. It'll be a game between British Columbia and Quebec. But for now, for color commentator Deb Thierman, I'm Al Cameron saying so long from Prince Albert.